So we got to find someone to build around at guard. Garion, who you going with?
Yeah, I think I'm leaning towards D'Angelo Russell tonight. And Russell is one of those guys who can be just so frustratingly inconsistent. And part of that really isn't his fault. It's just that the Timberwolves game plan of let's go incredibly high up-tempo offense and have kind of a shaky defense, that leads to some lopsided game scripts. So sometimes D'Angelo Russell doesn't get to play as many minutes as he normally would because they're up or down 25 points entering the fourth quarter. But I think tonight's game against Golden State is almost like the optimum spot to use someone on the Timberwolves, because not only is this the highest total game on the DraftKings Sportsbook, it's also got the lowest spread on the DraftKings Sportsbook. I think this game is going to stay relatively close. In the last 8 times, D'Angelo Russell's played at least 33 minutes in a game, which is not even like a crazy number of minutes for the starting point guard to play. He's averaging about 44 DraftKings points per game. So if this one stays close, which I'm hoping it will, I think D'Angelo Russell is going to hit his ceiling tonight.
All right, D'Angelo Russell is where you're going to be going. How about you, Nick? Who do you want to build around at guard?
Yeah, Russell's one of the guys on my list. I think he's at a really good price tonight at 7,600 for a guy who has 37, 21, and 25 points over his last 3 games. And it would look like against Cleveland last night, he was going to be on track for more. Got off to a fast start and kind of slowed down when Minnesota let the Cavs back into that game. But if you do want to pay up a little bit, I do like Trae Young tonight against Boston. Atlanta's been very much up and down, but regardless of whether they're winning by 20 or losing by 20, Trae Young's numbers have remained really, really steady this season. So I think 10,000, pretty solid value for Trae Young tonight. And then if you want to pay down a bit, I don't mind going with Cade Cunningham at 75. Really good matchup against a Washington Wizards defense, roster, backcourt, everything that is extremely vulnerable since the trade deadline. Still no Kristaps Porzingis. This is a game that should be really competitive, a game that I would expect the Detroit Pistons to win. Not often you can say that. And as long as Cade Cunningham is playing north of 30, he does enough, in terms of diverse stats that the fantasy line is always going to be pretty good.
All right, Ryan, take us home. Who are you building around at guard?
I might build around Malachi Flynn again. Last night went off. He was a league minimum, $3K. Tonight he only goes up in cost by $100, so he's $3,100. He played 34 minutes last night because Fred VanVleet was out. He had 36 DraftKings points. So keep an eye on Fred VanVleet tonight. He's questionable with a knee, but if FVV is out again, Malachi Flynn to the moon.